All right, Shalom Israel. This is Nakaaman.
And Brother Adonai.
This series is going to be called Quick Cuts. This is Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. Go ahead.
The book of Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrows, and is a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart.
So what we're going to do is we're going to answer some questions, all right, through a series of different videos. We're going to get straight to the answer. So we're going to basically pose a question that either we've been asked or questions that people have asked before, and we're going to give scriptures that are going to be quick and powerful and precise, straight to the point. All right. So with that, we say shalom, and we hope you enjoy the series. All right. So the question is this: when does the Sabbath begin, and when does it end? Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 5.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, and that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
So the first day, there was evening and morning. There was darkness, then light. And what you're going to find is that through the rest of the days of creation, that was the protocol. That's exactly how it was with every other day. Skip down to verse 31.
And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
All right, when you go through, every single day is going to be evening and morning. And we know that he created everything in 7 days. And on the seventh day, well, 6 days. And on the seventh day, he rested. All right, and there would be no difference than any other day. Some people have questioned and said, well, we think that the Sabbath actually starts, in the morning time and things of that sort. And what we believe and what we believe the Bible teaches is that every day begins in the evening. All right, let's go to Leviticus 23 and verse 3.
The book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
All right, so we see here the seventh day is the Sabbath. Now again, if you go back to Genesis 1, it says that the evening and the morning were the sixth day. All right, so after the daylight portion of the 6 days over with, when that is going down, the Sabbath is coming in. Now let me give you an example of this. Go down, stay in Leviticus 23. Let's go down to verse 27 and let's read verse 32. This is an additional Sabbath that you might find, that you will find in the scriptures. It's called the Day of Atonement. Okay, let me show you when it is, and let me show you how it's calculated. Because how this is calculated is the same way that the Sabbath is calculated. Go ahead, Leviticus 23, 27 to 32.
Also on the 10th day of this seventh month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by the fire unto the Lord. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. Whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in the same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute forever, throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
So this is everything dealing with the Day of Atonement. It tells you that it's going to be on the 10th day of the 7th month. Now we're going to read when it begins. Go ahead.
It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even.
So this is on the 9th day of the month at even. So that means when the 9th day is going into its evening phase, it's going into the 10th day in the evening. Go ahead.
From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
There you go. All right. So when the 9th day is in, when it's going away and the evening is starting, that's going into the 10th day of the month. So it's going to be from even unto even. So it's no different than any other day that's calculated. Now let me give you one more example of the Sabbath beginning in the evening after the 6th day is completed. Let's go to Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 17. Let me give you just a little bit of background information. We've come back into our land. there are people that are trying to have our people buying and selling on the Sabbath, which is a restriction. So we're going to see how our people dealt with that. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 17.
Then I continued with the nobles of Judah, and said unto them, What evil thing is this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day?
Keep going.
Do not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us and upon this city? Yet ye bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath.
So we're talking about the Sabbath. All right, now watch this right here, verse 19.
And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath.
Listen to that. That when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath. Go ahead.
I command that the gates be shut, and charged that they should not be opened until after the Sabbath. And some of my servants I set at the gate, that there should be no burden be bought in on the Sabbath day.
All right, so there you go. So as you can see, the Sabbath was known to start in the dark. All right, because as that day was drawn to an end, it was dark before the Sabbath. So before the Sabbath got in, they wanted to already have people at the doors, keeping people away, keeping the men of Tyre away from coming into the gates and trying to make people buy on the actual Sabbath day. So to answer the question, when does the Sabbath begin? It begins on how we on the day that we recognize as Friday. All right, the sixth day of the week. It's going to be from Friday night until Saturday night, from even unto even. With that, I say shalom.
Shalom.